What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Oh guys, we got some breaking news. They finally got the dealer put behind bars. Diddy Combs was arrested and taken into federal custody in New York as of Monday night. That was last night. Homeland Security raided Diddy's Midtown hotel late Monday where he was staying, with unconfirmed reports that the feds searched his hotel room and took Diddy to the FBI field office in Manhattan. As many of you probably already know, this is in connection with an ongoing criminal investigation into alleged sex trafficking that originally led to Diddy's houses in both Beverly Hills and Miami being raided. Since then, a grand jury has been hearing testimony from various accusers of his sexual and violent crimes over the past few months. So yeah guys, they finally got him. I have a feeling though that he'll be walking the streets as a free man very soon. I don't know, he just seems like one of those people that are like one of those bad guys that are so elusive. Like he can just do the worst things in the world, but he also might be like a fed himself that maybe they pardoned him too many times. But also there might be a future where yeah, he does finally come to justice. This man has been seen on camera doing some heinous and violent crimes, and a lot of people have been talking about how this man is one of the worst people in Hollywood. So I am praying and hoping that justice is finally served, and when it does, I'll let you guys know officially. We have another huge MrBeast update, but not in what you probably expect. World's largest YouTuber in the world, MrBeast, as you guys probably know, still currently under fire after being exposed by several people about some of his alleged poor business practices, is making a Lunchables competitor meal with both Logan Paul and KSI, and it's called Lunchly. As a nightmare blunt rotation if I've ever heard one. They took the Lunchables concept and replaced the Capri Sun with Logan and KSI's prime drink, and then they replaced the snack that usually comes with the package with MrBeast's Feastables chocolate bar. There's also the main dish that the kids put together if you've never had Lunchables before, which was like crackers, some random deli meat, and cheese. Real ones know that when you made the sandwiches, right, you make it in your own way. Like for me, I would do like the cracker, and then I would do the meat, and then I would do the cheese, then I would add another meat, and then I would add another cheese, right? I would have like a Big Mac. I would not do the same cracker to freaking deli meat to cheese ratio that they told you to do, but yeah, anyway. The three new lunch packages will be known as Turkey Stack'ems, Pizza, and Fiesta Nachos. Logan Paul saying in a statement, quote, "Our end game has always been to not only provide high quality products, but also healthier alternatives. That's why we're entering the lunch grab and go market. It's been dominated by Lunchables since we were kids ourselves, and it's time to provide a better option for those who are looking for convenient, healthier choices." MrBeast also gave a statement saying, quote, "We're bringing the biggest creators together to do something that's never been done, disrupt the lunch market for kids with healthier, better tasting options. Lunchly is all about giving kids a fun grab and go meal that's not just delicious, but also good for them. We're here to change what lunchtime looks like for the next generation." So as you guys at home have probably imagined, the general sentiment when it comes to like the internet critiquing the response after hearing this news has been pretty much overwhelmingly negative, given the fact that 2 out of the 3 people right now are still currently in a lot of drama just completely related to something else. Person here saying, "I don't know why Lunchly started pushing hard on my feed, but since we are here, the ingredients for Lunchly, nacho cheese option, I'm assuming their primary target are kids. They are poisoning you and laughing in your face while they get richer." This person here is showing a comparison between the calorie packages here between Lunchly on the left and Lunchable on the right. Lunchly is a serious downgrade ingredients wise too. Plus, you cannot top perfection. Oscar Mayer has mastered the highly processed cold pizza and plastic packaging game. Okay, so taking a look at the nutrition facts, Lunchables has 250 calories. It got 9 grams of fat. Let's see here. Sodium's at 510, 14 grams of protein, whereas the Lunchly is 360 calories. It's an extra 100 calories per meal. Same amount of fat, a lot more sodium, probably because of that prime drink, and the protein seems to be lower. However, when I look at the nutrition stats, Pat's comparisons when it comes to Logan Paul, it looks like the Lunchables one meal here was at 22 grams of sugar, whereas the Lunchly Fiesta Nachos is only at 10 grams per package. So it looks like they're saving on sugar. And here it looks like there was more sugar here in the Lunchables Turkey and American cheese crackers, and it's down to 7 grams on the Lunchly Turkey Stack'em. So a little bit of mixed information, confusing. It looks like there's more calories or less calories. I'm not exactly sure how to fact check this just until it, drops out onto the market. There's also concerns with the packages containing lead, but I think that was the same concerns that was with Lunchables in the first place. My guess, guys, is this will be a whopping success. Okay, we're in a new era here where like YouTubers are now entering other spaces and kind of using their influence, especially over kids, to basically sell them products. Hence why KSI's Prime does very well along with Logan Paul. And then you got Feastables with MrBeast, and now you've got this Lunchables things that's going to combine MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul all together in this big old Avengers assembly line of selling to kids. it's probably going to pop off, right? They just have too big of an audience to fail, and we're like in this era where we have YouTubers just going into these markets and using their leverage as influencers to basically make and push products. So that's my guess. I think it's going to be a huge success. You guys can let me know how you guys feel at home though about, you know, if you have any kids at home, will you be giving them any Lunchables? I know if I had any kids, to be honest, I probably would not. So the Fed is finally set to cut rates for the first time in 4 freaking years. What exactly does that mean for you and your money? Because yes, this will affect every single one of you watching at home, but don't worry, okay? Accounting Omni will explain everything to you like you're a toddler. Tomorrow, aka Wednesday, the Federal Reserve is expected to reduce what's known as the benchmark rate, which is currently at the highest it's ever been in the past 23 freaking years at a whopping 5.5%. The higher the rate, the more interest you have to pay to banks when you need to borrow money for like things like homes or cars or credit card usage. They've been raising this rate over and over for like the past couple of years in order to curb inflation. Inflation being the thing that makes things cost way too damn much, all right? The cost of living, everything that you spend from eggs to groceries to travel to gas to transportation, as it continues to go up, that's inflation, and that's what they're battling. The idea is that by increasing the cost of credit, aka raising interest rates, you will stop buying things because it will be too expensive for you to buy, which will then lower the demand and then lower the prices. So what exactly is going to happen tomorrow when the Fed lowers the interest rate? Prices drop, things become more affordable, people start spending the money that they previously were not spending, and usually the stock market takes a hit with stock prices growing in turn. This also means your returns on things like savings accounts, CDs, or any other interest-bearing checking accounts will go down too as well, so it's not all funsies for everyone. The interest rate will probably cut by either 0.25% or 0.5%, aka 25 or 50 points. So we'll most likely be looking at the benchmark to drop anywhere between 5 to 5.25% tomorrow. So what exactly does this mean for you guys at home? My guess, initially, not much. It's a small cut, but good news is good news, so people will take what they can get. A lot of analysts have been saying that we'll probably see a bump in the S&P 500 and the economy overall, but you know, some people feel like it might have already been priced in. My guess is that the psychological effect of finally seeing interest rates be cut after all this time will get people prepared for what will most likely be even more interest rates cuts coming in 2025. So for example, let's say you're in the market and you're just trying to buy a house, okay? You're one of the middle-class millennials who just can't seem to buy a house that you've been renting forever, okay? Well, this might now be your time, okay? With interest rates going down, your mortgage will also be lower as well, making it more affordable for you to own a home. This also means that if you're sitting on a house right now and you've been wanting to sell it, but you didn't want to come in at a high interest rate, there's a good chance that a lot of people might start selling their homes and, you know, trying to either buy a new home or maybe they'll refinance at a lower interest rate. But this might free up some of the housing inventory where people feel like there's been a housing inventory shortage. The problem with that though is that the average home buyer has been complaining a lot recently that they've been losing out to cash buyers, okay? There's been a lot of like hedge funds, okay? Rich people, investors, foreign entities coming in and just gobbling all the properties up like Monopoly. So if you're just a normal person trying to compete against this person that just has all this cash to buy like houses that are worth like $500,000 up into the millions, you're going to lose out every time. And you're kind of entering this dystopian future where you're going to be renting forever to all of these like high class rich people who now own just houses in general. That is the long and short of it, okay, which you probably need to know. I could go on forever talking about this subject and going into many different variables, the CPI and all of that, but I won't bore you guys unless you guys do like hearing from Accounting Omni and more stuff when it comes to the Fed cuts. And they can let me know in the comments below and I'll add more finance topics for you guys so you can know what you need to do with your money, because a lot of people are going to start making some money moves based off this information, and 2025 is going to be a very interesting year, especially depending on what's going to happen with this election with Trump and Kamala. That could also change the economy drastically as well. So guys, remember what I told you about like 4 months ago when I told you that Red Lobster officially filed for bankruptcy? Well, they are officially back like they've never left in the first place. So the cheddar biscuits are here to stay. A U.S. bankruptcy judge approved Red Lobster's reorganization plan just a few days ago. You're probably wondering why Red Lobster shut down in the first place. Well, a lot of this has to do with renegotiating rental terms on the leases of the restaurant. Red Lobster was losing millions of dollars a year in sales, and in their final hurrah, tried to pull this all-you-can-eat shrimp deal that failed miserably. This then led to the majority of Red Lobster's debt simply just being rent that they owed to their landlords on all of the buildings that house their location. The ex-CEO of Red Lobster claims that the pandemic, higher interest rates, and more expensive material and labor costs were the main factors why the restaurant was performing poorly. However, the new CEO is the former chief of PF Chang's, which is a popular Asian cuisine chain restaurant here in the States, who seems to have a very positive outlook on flipping Red Lobster and turning it into a successful business venture. The thing is that no one really knows what the reorganization plan is in detail, given the fact that Red Lobster is a private company, so you can't really see their books because it's not a public company. But we do know that ever since the bankruptcy happened a few months ago, they have shut over 150 locations. I think they're down to only 550 places in the United States and some places in Canada now. I'm very curious to see if this is going to be the comeback of Red Lobster. I don't know how they're going to revitalize the company and the food. I just don't know what they're going to do unless, maybe if interest rates go down lower, then they'll have to pay less for, the fees for the landlord and for the leases. I don't know. Maybe they're going to come up with some really cool seafood dishes, but I do know that I got to go back before they close down again so I can taste their cheddar biscuits, because you never know what you got until it's actually gone. Did you guys know that over 13 million car accidents happen over the span of an entire year here in the United States? That's more than 36,000 motor vehicle crashes in one day. Accidents happen, and when they do, the last thing that should be on your mind is the cost of the medical bills and all the damages you might have to repay. But that's exactly where Morgan & Morgan comes in. Contacting a personal injury attorney should be your first step when it comes to any kind of car accident. It's a no-brainer, and it costs you nothing unless you win. You have nothing to lose, and a firm like Morgan & Morgan can quickly determine if you have a case. And when they do have a case, they don't settle for lowball offers. Morgan & Morgan have achieved significant verdicts in the past few months for victims involved in life-altering car crashes. Yours might be worth millions as well. There's no need for you to visit law offices and sit through long consultations. You can submit a claim and have a lawyer review your case with only 8 clicks on your phone. And from there, you can upload documents, medical records, and text your attorney and legal team throughout the duration of the case. LDR, you just got into a car accident and your current and future health are at stake. An instant call to Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, may be all you need to get the compensation that you deserve. If you ever got seriously injured, your case could be worth millions, and you're only a few clicks away from potentially changing your life. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at https://forthepeople.com/omni, found in the description, or by scanning the QR code on screen from your phone's camera. And again, special thanks to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's video. Ending today's video are just some really fun news, okay, and some gaming news. You guys know my boy Justin Wong. Let's go, Justin. One of the most legendary fighting game players of all time from the FGC. You've probably known him from this combo with him versus Daigo, where he basically gets parried and killed in clutch last minute in a tournament. Evo moment number 37, I want to say. But yes, it's Justin Wong. He's just a legendary fighting game player, one of the best to ever do it. Well, he has been terrorizing the streets and the markets of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 ever since it released on all these new systems. Justin Wong tweeted a few days ago, "Bruh, what is happening?" It is basically people giving reviews about the game and talking about how they're having a great time all the way up until the point where they encounter Justin Wong, who has basically been playing every version of every game on every system and dominating it and being #1 on the boards. This person saying the Wazler will come for you eventually. Ran into someone named the Wazler. The Iron Man combo he did to me gave me enough time to go to dinner. Started for the family. 10 out of 10. Beware of the Wazler. No crossplay, online matchmaking error, Magneto glitch, Wazler, and imagine players made online matches unplayable. He destroyed people so badly that they came to Steam and cried and said that they made the game unplayable. Playing as Gambit and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the first time. Woo, I'm about to nick a name for myself over here. And then losing in under 15 seconds. Let's be honest, that was probably Justin. Very first game was against Justin Wong. Lost horribly. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Capcom. So people are getting destroyed by Justin Wong and leaving positive reviews and be like, this has been great, okay? Thank you for beating me in under 10 and 15 seconds and making me look like trash. If you've never played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, woo, boy, you are missing out on a legendary fighting game, okay? Known to be one of the the most successful, most popular fighting games of all time, and also one of the fighting games that just doesn't receive patches, okay? Everybody in this game has an infinite, which means if you get touched once, you will just die. It's a super cheap game, especially when you get really good at it. I'm gonna show you a clip of how cheap it can be. For reference, Justin Wong is on the right as Zangief, Colossus, and T-Bone, and then on the left is, you know, some random victim that's about to get hoodwinked. He's dead. He's dead. And he's flying at him with Zangief with his iron body with invincibility. He's just... This is so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful, dog. You should be ashamed of yourself, Justin. Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. You literally got T-Bone Tron in the background going, ha, 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 and then Zangief just flying at you, and you just can't do nothing. He is a menace. He must be stopped. He seems to have posted another clip right here. On the left is him about to destroy a Captain Commando at like literally no health, and he's using the little Tron bot, Coblet.
No! 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 No!
Turn it into a freaking Tron bot and then just hit him with a hammer.
Oh, they didn't patch this out? They didn't patch this out?
He's juggling his dead body. Drive me crazy.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's dead. Look at the life. Sentinel has been dead for like the past 20 seconds and can't play the game because quite literally he's timing him out by hitting his dead body over and freaking over. That is absolutely freaking hilarious. I gotta listen to the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 soundtrack because it's one of the greatest soundtracks in video game history. I'm not capping, by the way, guys. Okay, I'm a fighting game player. I'm pretty good at it too, right? I've been around the streets for quite a while. So when I say this is one of the greatest games, Justin Wong is one of the best, and the soundtrack is also one of the best, I'm letting you know you need to get hip, okay? But if you do, beware, because the Wazzler will be there. Just basically destroy all your hopes and dreams and make you become a family man. But alright guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you made it to the end, do me a favor, drop a like. It means the world to me and lets me know you made it to the end. I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Brush your teeth and don't get halitosis. Alright, gang, take it easy. Peace.